If you're going through a hard time today and you want some support tuning into your inner reserves and your inner strength, I just pulled this card from the Realist Oracle deck. I've never pulled it before, and it looks like this person is practicing EFT tapping. And honestly, what a better tool to have if you are going through a hard time. The reason I love EFT tapping is because A, it's easy, but B, it helps us feel better even if nothing else externally changes, because it really does calm our nervous system, and it changes and rewires the part of our brain that processes emotion and memory. And so if you feel like something from the past is really influencing you right now, or it's like, God, the same thing keeps happening, this is a wonderful tool to help rewrite those patterns. So just tap where I tap and repeat after me, starting on the side of the hand. I'm having a really hard time right now. I'm having a really hard time right now. It feels like I don't have any strength. But if there was a time to have strength, this would certainly be it. Even though it doesn't feel like I have any strength right now, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. Even though I wish I were handling this situation better, either through my actions and how I behave with other people, or just simply not being affected and not fazed. Like, that could be possible. I'm choosing to love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though it feels like this situation could never change. Like, it'll never be resolved. The circumstances involved, the people involved, myself, how I feel about it, none of it will change. I'm choosing to love and accept myself anyway. I'm choosing to acknowledge that in this moment, this situation is what it is. And that is what it is. I don't have to like it. I don't even have to be strong. But I do want to get through it. So I'm tapping into the part of me that can get through it and that knows how to show up for myself and ask others to show up for me as well. Even though I strongly dislike this situation and it's such a hard time, I'm open to the idea that things can change. Even if only 1% of me believes it. Just like the very tip of my pinky. That's the only part that believes things could change. I'm choosing to honor and forgive myself. And I'm open to seeing any solution that exists in this hard time. All right, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Great job. If you want to stick around for the rest of the tapping, please do so. You'll feel even more better than you do right now. But if not, great job. I'm really proud of you, and I hope that you get through what you're moving through. All right, top of the head. This is such a hard time. I am not thriving. I feel like I'm barely surviving. And it makes me want to avoid this situation. It makes me not want to sit with my emotions. It makes me not even want to sit with my own self. Maybe I'm seeing myself avoid, distract, numb, tune out, space out, dissociate, or whatever it is I do whenever things get hard. If I am reverting back to old ways, or doing things I haven't done in a long time, my old coping mechanisms popping up. If that's the case, I'm sending love and compassion to myself, and maybe a little bit of grace. Because this is a really hard time. it's probably something I've never faced before. And humans are never perfect, period. But who is expected to be good at something the first time they experience it? Or the first time they try something? I'm the newest version of me. And this is probably the newest version of this situation. Whatever it is that is really hard right now, who really knows how to handle it? I certainly don't. And I'm trying my best to honor myself and honor my needs and take care of myself. But it's really hard. So, even though this situation sucks, I'm committed to being here for myself. I'm committed to asking myself, hey girl, what do you need? I'm committed to not beating myself up. Not beating myself up for handling things differently or wishing I were unfazed or just felt a different way or feeling like I have to apologize for everything or judging myself for whatever reason I am. I'm letting go of being harsh to myself because I know that's not going to help the situation. Maybe it's an old program and the way I've always handled things. But not anymore. When I hear this old pattern coming up, whether it's my inner self-critic getting loud or judging myself based on how I'm coping with this difficult thing, I'm imagining myself turning down the dial on the volume of that inner critic and self-judgment. And maybe even turning down the dial on coping mechanisms that I don't like. No matter what they are, I'm choosing to get in touch with myself right now. Offer compassion, which means to suffer with. Not to fix, not to avoid, not to sugarcoat with toxic positivity, simply to sit with, sit in the suck. And I'm gonna ask myself, given that this is happening, how can I show up for myself? What can I do in this situation? Maybe instead of searching for flaws within myself or within somebody else, I'm gonna ask, what do I need in this situation? And how can I either provide that for myself or where can I get support? I'm recognizing that I am strong enough to ask for help if I need it. And I'm worthy of receiving support if someone offers it. Even though this is a really hard time, all I need to do is get through it. I don't need to get extra credit for getting through it in a certain way or a different way than I am right now. But I am reminding myself that you never know how things can change. Things might feel better by this evening, or by the time I wake up tomorrow, or whether it's 6 months from now. The nature of things is to change. The nature of life is that things change. And so even though it feels like this hard thing will be around forever, And maybe in some ways it will. I know that I will not feel like this forever. So I'm choosing to deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself for having a hard time in my life, for experiencing hard emotions. And I'm committing to myself all the loving kindness that I can offer, and knowing that I can choose to love and accept myself. I can choose to forgive myself and maybe anybody else in this situation if it feels good. And I'm committed to being with myself every single step of the way on my path forward. Alrighty, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Great job. I'm so proud of you. I hope that you maybe have new insights or maybe just feel a little bit more calm. And who doesn't like to feel a little bit more calm when we're going through a hard time? So if there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. And if not, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.